Hello, everyone, and welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to be setting up our virtual environment, our virtual research Mac malware analysis environment for analyzing Mac OS specimens. And what we are going to be using is, in my opinion, I like this for an open source type of virtualization environment to use, which is UTM. And now this is UTM. This is the little blue and with the white squares. I actually really like UTM for as an open source virtualization environment. A good one to start off with, and it especially is it works well at least for right now. The you know present time of recording this, the UTM, it works good for ARM based MacBooks. I mean, it's not like the most fanciest, but it does a really great job. I mean, especially if you're working off an ARM based MacBook or iMac, UTM would be a good go to for virtualization. VMware Fusion, as you might notice down here, is pretty good too for certain things as of right in the moment, because right now they don't have like support for ARM yet, especially making Mac OS guest. As you'll go along with this video, you'll learn about like what guests are. But for right now, I just wanted to show you this is UTM. This is what we'll be using, and I know you're gonna laugh, but I'm actually going to delete this UTM. As you see, I already have it installed, but I wanted to actually walk you through how we are going to install and set it up in this section. So I'm actually going to delete my UTM and my this because I've already had it pre-installed. So I'm just gonna hit Control on the keyboard, right click, options, and we are going to show in Finder, and then which is right here in my Finder, and we are going to move that over to our trash over here. Whoop, there we go. There we go. Now we're going to delete that. So on macOS, if you want to delete items, you move it over to the trash. And then most importantly, you make sure to empty your trash because you want to like save space, make sure everything is clean. Our system is clean here. So now we can exit out of there. And now to download UTM for, as we are going to be using that for this lab, we can go to whatever browser you like, whether it's Safari, Brave, Firefox. I'll go with Safari. It doesn't really matter. I like Brave too, but I will just go with Safari for this lab. We'll go to Google, and then we'll type in UTM virtualization download. And now it also is available on the App Store as well. So if you want to get it from the App Store, you can go here. I think the difference is from getting it online to the App Store is the App Store that'll come with like automatic updates and stuff. So like you don't have to like worry about trying to grab them. But however, it is paid. You would have to pay for it on the App Store. See UTM right here. However, you would have to pay for it. It's not that bad, $10. That's pretty nice compared to like other virtualizations for, especially specifically towards Mac, like Parallels, where that's more of a subscription monthly basis. They do have a 14-day free trial, so that's pretty good. If you want to use Parallels with this lab, you can, but however, use whatever you prefer. But for this lab, what I'm going to be using is UTM because it's open source, it's free. On the App Store, it's not, but however, online it is. So we go to here, UTM virtualization machines for Mac, and they have a gallery too of things, which is pretty cool. So see, they already have things already pre-made, so you don't have to like really worry about going after hunting them down, which is pretty nice. So let's go to downloads. Do you want to allow the downloads on objects.github.com? Actually, rather, I want to make sure, yeah, here we go. Always make sure you're downloading the right thing. That's why I always read before I click anything. So yes, we want to go here to download, and can download files in the website section of Safari settings. Allow. We'll just allow that, and we'll let it do its thing. Actually, that's something new because on Brave, I don't quite get something like that. So that's why I was kind of like, what is that? But now I see. So you'll find a lot of times in IT is kind of just figuring things out as you go along here. But now we should be good for downloading. So let's click on it here. And yet, now typical for downloading applications on Mac OS, we would click on the download, the installer here, and then we would go to, and we'll move it over. As we get into malware analysis, we'll actually learn more about what this thing is and how to actually, determine the difference and stuff. So now let's go to our application folder, which is, we can also go on to, there's various ways to do it. You can go to the applications, you can go to Finder applications, you can go to, exit out of this. You don't need that. You could go to Finder, go to applications, or if you can also go to the Launchpad as well, and you could just literally type in UTM. There's also Spotlight. So whichever way works best for you. I'll just go, I already have it pulled up here, Finder, Applications, UTM. Let's open that up here. And that's how you would install UTM. And now we'll just click open. This is .utm.app is an app download from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Yep. So here you go. Here's your security right here, Apple security, making you verify. So that's good. For all malicious things, if someone's trying to have a malicious intent involved, the thing is, it always requires the person on the other end to initiate it, Obviously, this is not malicious, but just so you know, a little tidbit. But we'll get into more of that later. Not all the time, depending on what it is, but majority, if it's social engineering, it always requires some sort of effort on your end to put in. So anyways, but that's why you always read something. But yeah, so this is how we set up UTM. So you go, there's various ways to do it. You could go on the App Store, type in UTM if you want to pay for it. That just supports them and their open source project. And you would also get some automatic updates as well. But you can also just go directly on their website, click on download, on the, it's literally the first page. You just click download, go to Google UTM, then you go to their website and click download, and then you'll have it downloaded, and then you go from there. And you have the installer, and then you move the application over, and here we go. Now we have our environment, UTM. In the next section, we will get into installing our first guest, our macOS guest on UTM. So, keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to seeing you over in the next section. Meet me over there, all right? Thank you, and see you over there.